Okay, Assalamualaikum students. So we're gonna learn about the importance of immunization. So this is the last part for this chapter. Then we're gonna learn two parts of the new chapter today. So I'm gonna give you about 3 videos. Okay, so after this video, I'm gonna give you some exercises. Okay, just some objective question and also some subjective question. If you have any question that you don't understand, you can always ask me. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to learn about the importance of immunization. Okay, so why this immunization is important to the health, okay, the health level of an individual. Okay, why? So first we must know what is immunization. So immunization, for example, if you go to the hospital or clinic, and then they're gonna give you vaccine. They're gonna inject on your arms, okay? They're gonna give you immunization. So for example, for babies, they're gonna have immunization, vaccine, and they're gonna have again immunization when they are in primary school. Okay, so why this immunization is important? Okay, why this immunization is important? You have to look at this. Immunization is important to maintain the health level of an individual in regards to family, social, economy, and country. So this means this health is really important. Okay, really important not only for that individual, but also for their family. So when a person is sick and if it's contagious, then you're going to infect your family. So that's why immunization is really important. And not only family is going to affect your social life. You're going to affect the people around you. For example, if that person has tuberculosis or TB, they keep on coughing. If this person does not have any does not take any medication, then you're going to infect your people surrounding people in your society. Okay, when you go to work, you're going to meet people and you keep on coughing, you're going to infect them. If you go to school, you're going to infect people at the school. Okay, and also if people fall sick, it may affect the economy and also the country. Okay, so for example, if the person have if the person didn't take immunization, he will be like, oh, I don't need it. Okay, I don't need it. It is a waste of money. It is a waste of time. If that person didn't take and they fall sick, so the cost of treating that illness is way much more expensive than the immunization itself. So maksudnya kalau orang tu dia tidak mahu, contohnya vaksin mungkin baru 50, 80. Tapi kalau dia sakit, dia masuk hospital, okay, dia ambil masa lama untuk sembuh. So mungkin boleh cecah 400, 800, 600. Ikutlah dekat hospital mana dia pergi. Kalau kerajaan aman sikit. Okay? So this will cause the economy. Okay? This will affect the economy of the family, of the society, and also it may affect the country. For example, now we have coronavirus. Okay? Coronavirus is not that you can have immunization, but for example, if all people are sick, all people can't go to work, everything have to do it online, teaching also online, then it's going to affect your country. So, for example, like the economy of the country will be jeopardized. Okay, it will be affected. If they have like trading with the other country, you have to stop. And then, for example, you can't work in certain area. For example, the pelancongan. Okay, so you can't do that kind of stuff anymore, and then you can't let people just simply go inside our country using an airplane. So it reduce the economy. Why? Because some of our people have fall sick, and we don't want more people to fall sick. Why? Because it will affect not only that person health, that person life, but also it will affect our country. And that's why immunization, even though it's not for COVID, immunization is really important. Okay? Immunization is really important. And it starts when you are baby. You take immunization, you take vaccine. Then you're going to take it again, for example, polio, when you're in primary school. Okay, so they will give you again and again and again until you have complete immunization against that disease. Okay, so immunization can control the contagions of diseases such as leprosy, whooping cough, and TB. Okay, so I have some pictures, so I will explain it later. Okay, so this immunization, if you give immunization against this leprosy, cough, and TB, tuberculosis, then you might prevent that human from getting all of these diseases. Okay, that's the reason why they have immunization. If you don't have immunization, you might get the disease. Okay, so that's why we want to give people immunization, because we want to control the contagion. So we don't want the disease will be affected by other people. Okay, so look at number 3. The health level of an individual which is maintained by immunization can avoid high cost of health treatment when one is affected. So this means if you're given immunization, if you're given vaccine from a small polio, for example, it is much cheaper. Okay, sometimes the government even subsidize it. And then if you don't take that kind of immunization and you get it, it will be much more expensive just to treat the disease. You will go to the hospital, you will stay there night and day, taking medicine again and again and again. It will cost much more. Okay, so it's better for one to get immunization, because especially babies and also kids, the immunization is not complete yet. Okay, the immunity is not complete yet, so we need this kind of immunization, so they will finally complete their immunity when they are much more stronger, when they are much older. Okay, so we're going to look at the meaning of leprosy, whooping cough, and TB. Okay, so this is example of leprosy. Okay, so leprosy is an infectious disease that causes severe disfiguring skin sore. Okay, this is skin sore. Okay, you have all of these lumps, all of these sores on your skin, on your ear, on your mouth, okay, on your eye. Okay, so this will damage in the area of your arm, legs, and skin around the body. Okay, so this is leprosy. So leprosy means you have like some of skin disease and also nerve. Okay, so this thing, if you have immunization, you might able to control this thing from happening to yourself. But once you get it and you don't take the immunization, it will cost much more just to heal this kind of disease. Okay, so another thing, you have whooping cough. This whooping cough is actually a highly contagious respiratory tract infection. So this means you have bacteria. Okay, so this is kind of bacteria. Okay, so it's in the form of rod or bacillus. So it's example of bacteria. So you can find in the respiratory tract. So for example, respiratory tract, then you can find it in your bronchus. You can find in your lungs. Okay, you can find in your alveolus. You can find in your trachea, for example, all of your respiratory tract. Okay, so this bacteria will affect maybe your lungs or your throat, okay, or your bronchus, your bronchial. It will cause infection in that kind of area, infection by a disease. Okay, so you have another one. We're going to talk about tuberculosis. Okay, tuberculosis, or in short form, people usually call it as TB. Okay, so TB is actually a disease caused by a bacteria. Okay, it will usually attack the lungs, but it can also damage other parts of the body. So we have this. This is bacteria. Okay, this is bacteria. So this kind of bacteria you can find in the lungs, usually it says here. But it can also move to the other parts of your body. So you can find it in your lungs. Okay, so this TB will make you cough and cough and cough and again. So this thing is actually contagious. It's an airborne disease. If someone have TB and they cough on your face again and again and again, you might get the disease. Okay, that's why we need immunization. We don't want the thing to infect others. Okay, we want it to stop. Okay, so that's why we have immunization. For example, this TB is one of the airborne disease. Okay, it can fly just through the air, through coughing, and it can infect people around you. Okay, so that's why we have immunization. We want the immunity of others will be good, so they will not be infected. Okay, so this kind of diseases that you need to know, they will usually ask you in the objective question. Okay, so next slide. So I have another two slides before we discuss about chapter 5. Okay, so by the end of this chapter, I'm going to give you some exercises. Okay, so the work quality is affected if one immune system is weak. So this means if people fall sick, they have to, they might not work as efficient as before. Okay, betul lah. Contohlah kan, kita ni selalu angkat barang. Okay, contohnya guru. Then tiba-tiba sakit. Macam mana lagi mau angkat sebab your body is already weak. Right? So your work quality will also be affected. Okay, immunization is a better investment than buying insurance to maintain the health of an individual for long term. So immunization will be injected with the vaccine. It is much cheaper and it is a better investment than you buying insurance. Okay, so rather than you will be like, oh, it's okay, I have insurance, I can go to the hospital anytime, I can go for any treatment anytime. Okay, but it is better if you take the immunization. Okay, mencegah lebih baik daripada mengobati. Okay, so it is better you prevent than you already fall sick, then you want to use your insurance, go to the hospital. Okay, so another thing is the quality of life of an individual is not easily jeopardized when the health level of the individual has increased. So this means if, okay, if you don't have immunization, your health level is considered low. But if you have immunization, your health level will be increased. Okay? If you have immunization again and again and again, then you will have a complete immunity against that disease. So when you have complete immunity against a disease, your quality of life will not be easily jeopardized. Kamu tidak akan cepat jatuh sakit kalau kamu punya immune badan sudah kuat sebabkan immunity. Okay, maksudnya you won't fall sick easily. Okay, you won't fall sick easily if you have this immunization from the very beginning. Okay, so immunization for foreign workers can maintain the health of the work and manpower. Okay, so if you have immunization, so some company they have immunization for the foreign workers. Okay, so for example, if they can maintain the health of the workers, then they can also maintain the number of the manpower. This means, for example, if they have 10 and they give immunization for all of the workers, then they will have 10 people to work from January to December. But if they fall sick, then might be by the end of December, you're only going to have 7 manpower or 6 manpower because they already fall sick. Okay, so that's why some company they spend money on giving immunization to foreign workers. Okay, pekerja asing. Okay, jadi kalau mereka bagi imunisasi dari awal, maksudnya pekerja tu tidak mudah jatuh sakit. Jadi banyaklah orang yang boleh bekerja. Okay, so this is immunization. Okay, this is immunization. So immunization, when you look at here, is the process whereby a person is made immune or resistant to an infectious disease, typically by the administration of a vaccine. This means when you go to the hospital, they will inject you. Okay, they will inject you here on your arm, and then they will give you a vaccine. Okay, it's a microorganism that is not active yet inside that vaccine. So this vaccine will make you immune. Okay, they will make you resistant against an infectious disease. For example, polio. Okay, if you get this immunization, then you might not get a polio. Okay, you might not get the disease. Okay, so vaccines stimulate the body's own immune system to protect the person against subsequent infection or disease. So when you get vaccine, okay, it's not a live microorganism, but when you get the infection, your body will be will have this immune system, okay, will be activated, okay. This vaccine will make your body immune system to be activated, and they will fight against this infection and also this disease. Okay, that's the reason why you have to have vaccine, especially when you are a baby. Okay, so when you're a kid, when you're primary school, you will also be given a vaccine. Okay, so that's what the importance of immunization. If you have any question, you can always ask me. Okay, if not, we're gonna learn new chapter 5, okay, in the next video.